Hey everybody, it's your host Griselda, and welcome back to the podcast where we empower young changemakers like you to use your voice and take meaningful action. Whether you're passionate about democracy, social justice, or even education, your podcast isn't just a platform, it's a tool to inspire real change. But here's the thing. No matter how powerful your message is, it won't make an impact unless the right people hear it. So, how do you reach your audience and get them engaged? Here's where the social media comes in. Today, we're diving into how you can use social media to not just promote your podcast, but amplify your voice, spark conversations, and build a community that shares your mission. Whether you're a seasoned podcaster trying to expand your reach or someone who just started their journey, this episode is full of practical strategies to help you grow while staying true to your purpose. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's explore how social media can become the most powerful ally in turning your podcast into a movement for change. Step one is starting with your purpose. Before we get into the in depths of social media strategies, let's pause and talk about something foundational: purpose. Why did you start your podcast? What's the change you want to see in the world? When you're clear about your why, it not only gives your podcast direction, but also shapes your social media strategy. For example, if your goal is raising awareness about climate change, your post might focus on thought provoking statistics or action steps. If your mission is to empower youth voices, you'll want to share relatable stories and create space for interaction. Your purpose also helps you identify your audience. Think about it. Who you are trying to reach? Where do they spend their time alone? Young activists might be scrolling on TikTok or Instagram, while professionals interested in policy might be more active on LinkedIn. But above all, stay authentic. People connect with stories, passion, and realness. If you're open about your journey, challenges, and values, you naturally attract people who resonate with your mission. Social media isn't just about promoting, it's about connecting. Platforms and strategies for advocacy podcasts. Let's talk platforms. Social media isn't one size fits all, so it's important to choose the right ones for your audience and goals. Instagram is a go-to for storytelling and visuals. Use Reels to share bite-sized clips from your episodes and stories for polls, Q&As, or even behind-the-scenes moments. TikTok is fantastic for younger audiences and creating viral moments. Post short, punchy lines from your episodes or highlight an inspiring quote to spark engagement. Twitter. Great for joining trending conversations. If your podcast discusses current events or advocacy topic, Twitter can be a hub for dialogue and discovery. LinkedIn. Even though in Albania, LinkedIn and Twitter are not as famous, if your podcast is focused on policy, leadership, or professional development, LinkedIn can help you connect with change makers and thought leaders. Facebook. Contrary to Twitter and LinkedIn, Facebook holds the first place for most used social media in Albania, which makes it a great place to promote your products, in this case, your podcasts. You don't have to be everywhere. Start with one or two platforms where your audience is most active and focus on those doing well. Creating content that engages. Now let's tackle the $1,000,000 question. How do you create content that stops people mid-scroll? The truth is, it's not enough to just post a link to your podcast. You need to make people curious, inspired, or moved to take action. Here are some ideas. Episode teasers. Share a short, exciting moment from your podcast as a video. Think of it as a trailer for your episode. Pair it with subtitles and a question like, "What did you think?" Questions that inspire action. Take a powerful line from your episode and turn it into a graphic. Add a call to action like, "Listen to the full episode to learn more on how you can help." Interactive content. Use Instagram stories to post polls or quizzes related to your topic. For example, what's the biggest challenge young activists face? These posts encourage engagement and make people feel part of the conversation. Collaborations. Share clips from your guests or partner with other creators. Collaboration not only expands your reach but also builds relationships within your niche. Building community. Social media is not just a megaphone to broadcast your content, it's a way to build real connections. If you want your podcast to grow, focus on fostering a sense of community. And here's how: engage with comments and messages. When someone takes the time to comment or DM you, reply. These small interactions make a big difference in building trust. Celebrate your audience. Shout out to your listeners, share their feedback, or highlight fan art. People love being appreciated. Create shared spaces. Consider starting a private Facebook group or a Discord server where your listeners can connect, discuss episodes, and share ideas. Alright, let's recap. Social media is a powerful tool to amplify your podcast and your mission, but it works best when it is rooted in purpose, authenticity, and connection. Start small, stay consistent, and focus on building meaningful relationships with your audience. Remember, your podcast has the power to inspire change, and with the right social media strategy, you can reach the people who need to hear your message the most. If you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend who's growing their podcast, and don't forget to connect with us on all of our platforms. Let us know which strategies you're trying. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. Keep using your voice to inspire, connect, and create the change you want to see in the world. Until next time, keep listening and keep creating.